Today, I want to talk about the various forms of non-listening that the textbook Interpersonal Communication Everyday Encounters lays out. And what better way to do that than with one of the greatest talents of our time, Nicolas Cage. I'll walk you through 6 different clips from Nic Cage films and explain how each one represents a different type of non-listening. So let's get started. The first kind of listening I'd like to focus on is pseudo-listening, or pretending to listen. Take a look at this clip from the 2006 movie The Wicker Man, and tell me if the person speaking is really being listened to.
Do you know her?
I don't recognize this child. Do you, Violet?
No, can't say I do.
Just a tip there, it often helps to actually glance at the photo. So what are you telling me? This girl isn't from the island?
Doesn't appear to be.
Her mother's name is Willow.
Ah, Sister Willow. She quite slipped my mind. Yes, we have a Willow here, all right. Just up the way at the meeting house.
What a coincidence.
Bit of a free spirit.
The sisters clearly have no intention of helping Cage find the lost girl, or whatever that movie was about. They don't even try to engage with him during the conversation, with him even pointing out that they didn't look at the picture he's trying to show them. The second form of non-listening is monopolizing. Let's watch this clip from Lord of War and see how Nic Cage monopolizes the conversation.
Nicky, you did it! Good boy!
That's my grandson!
Yuri, don't you want to see what your son is doing?
Whoever said it's better to give than receive never got a Christmas present like the one I got in 1991 from Mikhail Gorbachev.
What the hell's the matter?
It's over! It's over!
What's over?
The Cold War, the Soviet Union, the evil empire. Mikhail St. Nomas, he's throwing in the towel. It's over!
Your son is walking.
That's incredible, honey.
Even though his son is walking for the first time, Cage is so caught up with what the end of the Cold War could mean for his private arms trading business that he barely even noticed this accomplishment. Instead, he dominates the conversation and merely offers a, "That's great, honey." Next up, we have selective listening, and the clip I want to use is from the film Color Out of Space. This one is really subtle, but see if you can spot Nic Cage's selective hearing.
Thanks for cooking again, Dad.
Oh, you know I love cooking for you guys.
Oh, by the smell, I can tell it's really coming a long way. I miss Mom's pancakes.
So, what is for dinner?
Cassoulet.
Oh, no. Gross.
It's a traditional French dish.
In other words, peasant food.
Jack, can you take the lid off the veggies, please?
Yeah.
Well, I think it smells great.
That's because you're high.
Shut up. We all know you'd rather be eating fast food right now anyway.
I love mystery meat.
Well, this is not mystery meat, dear. It's a melange of duck, pork, regional spices, and it just happens to be your mother's favorite.
Yeah, I love ducks.
Everybody loves ducks.
Even though his daughter is doing nothing but complain about the food he's serving them, all Cage hears is his 2 sons say how much they like his cooking, and he completely ignores the complaints. This is a classic example of how someone can hear an entirely different conversation than you do, simply by ignoring the parts they don't like. Fourth, we'll take a look at defensive listening. In the movie Face Off, Nic Cage is playing a cop, trying to get closer to the brother of a criminal mastermind. He has to convince the brother that Nic Cage isn't a cop, and is in fact his brother in disguise. However, the brother has some pretty serious defensive listening going on. Let's take a look.
Not feeling very coordinated lately, are you?
Look, bro, you gotta help me. I am so fried. If the psychos in here find out I'm misfiring, we're both gonna be dead meat.
Shock treatment? What's the matter with you? Did they operate?
I was in a coma. Jesus, you're still so paranoid. Aren't they giving you your medication in here?
What was my medication?
Alex, I hand-fed you those pills for years. Vivex. I haven't forgotten that.
Even though the moment is brief, it highlights how some people can be very guarded even while having a seemingly normal conversation, simply because they don't trust the context. Someone who is listening defensively will normally filter out the main context of a conversation and only focus on the parts that they see as negative or false. Now let's look to ambushing, which seems very similar at first glance. The main difference here is that someone engaging in ambushing during a conversation will often cause the speaker to feel defensive because of how aggressive it can be. Let's take a look at this scene between Nic Cage's Spider-Man Noir and the rest of the Spider-Verse while they talk to Miles.
Okay, little fella, Kingpin's gonna send a lot of mugs after you, and I'm talking hard boys, real biscuit boxers. Can you fight them all off at once?
Well, I haven't actually fought anyone.
Surprise attack!
Can you rewire a mainframe while being shot at?
Can I what?
Show me!
Surprise attack!
Can you swing and flip with the grace of a trained dancer?
Can you close off your feelings so you don't get crippled by the moral ambiguity of your violent actions?
Can you help your aunt create an online dating profile so she can get out of the dang house once in a while?
Can you float through the air when you smell a delicious pie?
What?
Can you be strong?
Ruthless?
Disciplined?
I don't know. Maybe.
Classy, soldier.
Above all, no matter how many times you get hit, can you get back up?
Spider-Man.
When you think you can, keep going.
Come on, Miles. You can do this.
Guys, cool it.
Get up, Miles! You can do it!
Get up, Miles.
Come on, Miles, get up.
The rest of the Spider People begin to grill Miles incessantly. They ambush him by pointing out all the things he can't do, instead of trying to support him, or at least have the conversation in a less confrontational way. Lastly, we have literal listening, with one of my favorite clips ever. In this, Cage's high school flame is interviewing him, since she became a reporter and he became a stuntman. Just look at how he answers these questions.
Johnny Blaze, thank you for talking to us before your big jump. No one has ever attempted such a distance before. 300 feet from field goal to field goal. What's going through your mind right now?
You look really good. I've seen you on TV. You know, I watch a lot of TV, and you do a really good job.
Johnny, what drives somebody to risk their life for entertainment?
I heard you got married.
No, it didn't happen.
No.
Most of the time, the press focuses on the crashes, the broken bones, the cost of what you do. Are there any other costs?
Yeah.
Clearly, he is barely listening to what she's saying, only taking her questions at face value and ignoring any further elaboration that he could give. Literal listening is just what it says on the tin, only engaging with the surface level of a conversation and refusing to participate in a meaningful way. And that's all I have for today. Let me know what you thought of this video, and I'll see you next time.